Our members and people affected by PH told us that the financial implications of once they're diagnosed with PH is quite huge, and we wanted to understand that better to see if there are some things that we could do to help, maybe difficulties with benefit claims and things like that, or whatever. So it was a case of an exploratory survey, which is the resources that we've got now.
Pulmonary hypertension is a condition which is about the pressure between your heart and your lungs, in the vessel between your heart and your lungs.
Each day is different. One day I'll be feeling well and I'll be able to do things, and another day I might wake up with really bad legs, pains in the legs, or migraine, which means I'm in bed for the whole day and so I can't do anything.
I have no confidence, anxiety, I don't believe in myself anymore, which is really hard.
PH is a very serious condition. Undiagnosed, people can live as long as 2 years.
I'm on oxygen 16 hours a day and I'm on IV epoprostenol, which has made a massive difference, but the side effects are horrendous.
There's many different treatment options, but the most severe would be a double lung and heart transplant.
When I was diagnosed, I was working in our family business, my parents' family business. I gave up work immediately. By then I was really very poorly. I could barely walk.
People have to genuinely lose their jobs because of this, through no fault of their own.
6 months of statutory sick pay, and that's it. After that, I'm having to claim benefits.
Loved ones, partners, have to give up their jobs to care for the partner.
My work situation changed quite drastically and very quickly. I went back to work. I had the week off for Jane in hospital.
So we had my income in, we had Liam's income in. We were a normal family. 2 children, both parents working.
Jane was having more appointments at the hospital, so I was having to have more time off to take her up to London. And in the end, I got called in for a dismissal and they sacked me.
Having to claim benefits, you think, oh my God, I'm going to be that person on the sick.
They've created this fantastic culture that we're scroungers. If you're not at work and you're not doing these things, you're scrounging. People have come to me at conferences before, really struggling with sort of wrapping their head around that I was a successful businesswoman, I was a successful researcher, I was doing this great job, and now I'm on benefits. Oh, I'm the lower than the low. And it's not that at all. This is support. This is us supporting each other.
Finances are at the top of my mind, and I've lost sleep over it, worried that we're not going to have enough money for something.
We budget to what we need, we will rather go without than the kids.
Upon application for welfare support, over 50% of people are turned down.
They don't really recognise a lot of the strain that people are under with the money situation. It's very difficult for both of us at the moment.
With PH, there's obviously certain physical things that are robbed from you.
I was at uni, and the days I wasn't at uni, I work in a care home, quite straining, 12-hour shifts.
Workplaces want somebody who's reliable. They want somebody who they know they can ask to do a job and they will reliably go and do it every day. And PH robs people of that. And employers aren't usually all that sort of empathic towards it.
I've had to really cut down my hours. Because I like what I do, I like working with the elderly, I like the job that I do. It's quite difficult to find a job that incorporates that without it being so physical.
To the point of where people have been forced into medical redundancy because employers don't know how to handle these people.
You can sit in an interview looking really well, and then they're like, but I've got to have some time off because I'm ill. And they're like, yeah, but you look well in the interview.
And okay, people can say, oh, yeah, but you're still alive and you could sit there and do that. Or, yes, well, I take, a few tablets for this, that and the other. It's not the same.
They've wanted to, by God, they've wanted to carry on, but they've just not been able to because physically they can't do it.
There's more heating for a start because you're getting cold. It's horrendous. So your heat, your gas bills through the winter are horrendous.
So this is all taken money that we are actually using to live on.
From once upon a time being able to just nip out on a weekend and go shopping and doing things, that they're now in the house with the heating on, the TV on, running the hot water. All of these bills go up.
And that pot gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
We had savings and they're gone. Any credit cards that we've got are completely maxed. And you can't get credit on benefits anyway, realistically.
If we were still working and if Jane could still work, it would be a hell of a lot of difference.
I've had to borrow money from the kids, 20 quid out of their banks, out of their pocket money.
I'm an independent woman as well as being married, and it hurts me so badly having to ask my husband to borrow money.
It's more difficult, I think, for Liam than it is for me. I think also he missed, for a couple of years, he missed the social side of work and stuff as well.
Put me in a mental institute. I had a breakdown over it, which put strain on all of the family.
I spent £36 in 1 week on antibiotics and other medical tablets, and I thought, this is crazy.
There's the cost of prescriptions, there's the cost of petrol to and from hospital appointments.
People still want to go on holiday, they still want to experience the world. To save flights, the actual location, hotel. Then there's things that people don't take into consideration, like travel insurance.
We were supposed to be going to Australia. We got a quote for £2,500 to insure me for 3 weeks. I think it's very unfair that we're having to pay extra just because we've been given a condition that is not our fault.
Travel insurance, life insurance, anything like that is just almost a no-go area.
There's a story that got told to me by a patient, phoned me up. He was in a really bad place, been insured all his life with a certain company, worked all his life. PH came a-knocking, phoned his life insurance company, believing he'd be covered. Why wouldn't he be? That insurance company turned around and said, PH is not a terminal condition, it is not covered, therefore you're on your own. Wouldn't pay him out, wouldn't offer any support whatsoever. And for that he had to sell his house, he had to move out of his family home.
A lot of people with PH that have had real problems where they've been on PIP and then suddenly it's been removed. This is their whole lifeline. They could have a mobility car that's gone, the money's gone, they've got to go to tribunal. It's all an extra fight that we really don't need.
So I had this assessment at the end of May. So what they said in effect was that they wouldn't pay the higher mobility rate, they'd only pay the lower premium rate because they felt that I didn't warrant the mobility. And I was devastated because if they took the car from me, I would be in here, I would be confined to the house. And I read the report that they gave me, that the lady had done on me, and I thought, this is not me. This is not written about me. The first thing I did was I rang the DWP up and said exactly that. This is wrong. I'm completely devastated. I can't do without my car.
I think it's that lack of understanding with PH. So a lot of people, once you hear hypertension, it's high blood pressure. There's nothing wrong with you, you're fine. Take a couple of tablets, you'll be all right.
I think our call to action, again, it demonstrates the benefit of a corporate voice, and people's lots of experience, and we're not dealing with just 10 people, we're dealing with several hundred people's experience with it. And maybe members, we may do a campaign with members writing to the members of Parliament and seeking this information and seeing it change and not being satisfied until it changes.